Hey, what up, guys? It's Brandon Fix here. So I always had the idea of building a mini bike trike, but I never wanted to take a regular mini bike and turn it into a three-wheeler. Now, what I mean by trike is I want to build like a three-wheeler. But now that I have the opportunity, is I have my pocket bike, the Caddy pocket bike build, the drag build I wanted to do. This thing, I took a break because I put the motor in the mini quad build. Then I took the mini quad apart so I could paint it. So what I am going to do now is take the back half of off a kid's Chinese four-wheeler and the sprocket, and I'm going to take the back half off of a Caddy pocket bike. I'm going to take off the whole back swing arm setup, and I'll put this one in. Now I did look to see if it would fit. It slides in like it was almost meant to be there. There's probably about a centimeter or an inch of space left, so I could always just build a homemade washer. Put a washer in it too, or build a homemade spacer. That's not really a big deal. I have the tires. They're outside right now, so I don't know if I'm going to paint the rims first while they're off, or just go ahead and slap them on, because I have to use the two front tires because one back tire had a leak and the other had another leak. So I'm going to try using the both front. I tried picking the best two that weren't beat up. But yeah, I do have to drill a little bit better on the motor mount, because when I did it before, it never was lined up right. And I'm also going to take a piece of angle liner, cut it in half, drill a hole in the top, and drill a hole on the bottom, so that way I can bolt the shock to where the exhaust used to be, and I also can bolt the shock on it. I'll get more into that later in the video, but let's start this build. So what I was talking about, this is the kid's Chinese four-wheeler axle. Here's the back. I'm going to take off this part and slap that on to that. Should somewhat fit. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take out that. I'm going to throw that in there. I'm going to try recording outside, because I know my lighting is not the best in the garage. So, yeah, let's go outside and record. So I got it chopped off. Okay, yeah, so I've been on it for a couple hours now. In the last part, you guys seen, we took off the old suspension. We put on this new 4-wheeler axle suspension. As you guys can see, it's on there. I got well, and then you guys seen, I took some angle liner and I cut that in half. I drilled a hole right here and right here. I drilled a hole right here so I can bolt this down so there's some room, and I drilled a hole here so I can mount the suspension right here. I think if I get this part right here bolted, this should stay straight and the shock should come up more. This is already all bolted. So I gotta figure out how I'm gonna get the chain in. I don't know if I have to put it through here or what, but figure that out. So yeah, I'm gonna go inside, take a break. I'm gonna do some stuff off camera. This should get up higher where this part won't drag as soon as I get the tires on. Look, it lifts up a whole lot more when tires get on it, so that should lift right back up. But yeah, I'm gonna go inside, take a break, and I'll get back to you guys when I'm ready. Alright guys, so I'm back. I'm gonna put tires on probably in part 2, but in this, I gotta get the motor put in to get everything lined up right. So I have to take out the valve cover, put the motor in, and the spark plug. I already got the spark plug taken out. I just gotta take out the spark plug. Valve cover. So what I mean is, some of you guys that don't know, this is the valve cover. I have a socket for this size and a socket for this size. So to get the motor in, I have to take out the valve cover to get it straight in here. So I'm going to do that now. Okay, valve cover off, and what I like to do is clean this up and then put a rag over it so I don't get any more gunk in there. I might take out the air box. I don't remember how I put it in the first time because I did add a new stud to it for the car, and before it never had one right here, so I'm going to try to get that to fit. I got to bend this piece back up, and then yeah, I'll get back to you guys when the motor's in. Okay, so we ran into a little slight problem. I got to do some cuts right here. You can see it. You guys can see that yellow. I got to do a cut right off there so I can make this fit into there. This is my throttle setup, so I'm going to do some cuts to that. Alright guys, I'm going to end the video off here. I got the valve cover and the motor in, but I am running into a problem. As you guys can see, that chain is not straight, so what I have to do is I have to get a jack shaft and flip this axle around. And if I could get a sprocket on that side and a sprocket on that side, I could line up the jack shaft part with the sprocket, line up with the clutch part of the chain there, and then if I flip that axle around and everything lines up, I can put the chain this way, so when that engine spins, it's going to spin that jack shaft, which is going to spin the sprocket on this side. So that's the only way I can get that to work. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed today's video, please subscribe, comment below, and tell your friends about the channel. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.